Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day to those of you that celebrate. It has been quite a while. A lot has been going on. I apologize. I haven't uploaded in like 12 days. Probably my longest gap since I've been monetized, but had a birthday, had some trips, just had in general a lot going on. But gonna try to get back on it now for the rest of the month. So what I want to go over today, we're gonna do a portfolio review. We're gonna cover all of the dividends the portfolio can expect for the year, and as well as the options trades in the portfolio. It's been quite a year. The year's off to a great start in terms of options trading and stuff like that. I'm even exceeding my own uh, beliefs in terms of what's possible for this. So hopefully, those of you that watch me, hopefully this will inspire all of you all to, become financially independent and hopefully retire early. That's a big part of my philosophy and what I want to hopefully lead others to do. So let's go ahead and go over what we're looking at for dividends first. Um, so let me, and we'll save the best for last. The best is actually the trades. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make more this year in options income than in dividends, which is really something. Okay, so first things first, let's start off with our dividend portfolio. Got a lot of dividend videos to update you guys on, but what we're looking at as far as this year, it's dropped a little bit because of the way that YieldMax pays out dividends. It's projected to be lower than 2024. 2024 was a really good year as far as dividend income. This is basically, this is like my basically starting salary when I started working. This year it's showing 58,500. So our first month is in the books, January 2025. We were at 4688.96, which is way down from December where we had a record 12,377. But this is close to our baseline from last year. You can see September, July. Now it's a little bit lower than last January, but it's about the same. It's only less than $100 off. This month we're projected to be, we've already got an 825. We're projected to get another 45, 43, 91. The average is 48.78, which is projected. Here's what we've received total. Here's the whopping interest that we've made. We're not going to retire on that. um, Dividends, estimated remaining dividends. And this is still glitchy because for whatever reason, they refuse to fix um, Coney, for one thing. But anyway, the options wins have really, really skyrocketed the portfolio balance. So we're going to cover all of that. Here is the, ooh, oh, AT&T's not at the top anymore. That's interesting. Let me sort these out. There we go. So AT&T's back at the top there, 666, a perfect 666. I almost got these shares called away. I had to take a loss actually. Who would have thought AT&T stock was going to move up? So I'm almost at my break-even price for AT&T. There's JP Morgan, there's a few others, $24 from Nvidia. So we're not going to get rich off of these. This is only 845.76 for the stocks, but the piece that pays us the most, of course, is the ETFs. So Tesla's our number one dividend paying ETF, 42,450.41, followed by SQY, CLIP, QQQY, WDTE, QDTE, FEPI. Now, the thing about what I show you all here is real. This isn't like I can, I don't like to bash any competitors or anything, but there are other channels on here that basically go into like the fake, portfolio creator tool, and they show you this crazy like $400,000 dividend income just to get views, but that's not real. So what you're seeing here is reality. This is actually real dividend income. This isn't like a, you know, thrown together portfolio view. But anyway, QDTE, FEPI, YMAG, XDTE, QYLD, BETO, QQQX, Biggie. That's one of the growth ones. Yin, and there's a few new ones that have launched that we need to cover as well. And then Coney is still not showing, but we would actually be over 60,000 if these all displayed properly. So that is the dividend income. These are the current options positions that the portfolio is in. I've started to trade a lot on levered ETFs, and the way I will tell you, I made a fortune off the Nvidia move when Nvidia dropped to like 117, and now it's basically coming back up to 140. That has gone really well, especially for funds like this NVDL here. So the hope here is this money here that shows a negative is that we can realize all of this in premium, basically. So there's some nice money made in premium income. All right, let's do some comments really quick here. We'll go over some important dividend dates. And obviously, I'm behind, so there's a lot to catch up on. So let's see. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's took a little bit of a hiatus there. Just found that I just wasn't able to upload videos for the last basically 2 weeks. Okay, but hopefully I won't have that happen again. Now, during that time, I've actually been doing a lot of options trades, so this one's going to really excite you all. And I can't even believe I'm at this point, and I actually can't even believe I'm showing this. Um, so this right here, folks, this is an 88% gain loss ratio. And I'm not showing any of this to brag. I'm showing this to hopefully inspire all of you all. So I've gotten a lot better compared to last year in terms of the losses I take. That's still a big number, but it's half what it was last year. And granted, we're only what 6 weeks into the year. So as you see here, the gross gain is almost 55,000, which is incredible. We're going to make way more this year on this than we are in dividends. So the net is 47,000, which that exceeds like I want to say the first year that I actually worked full time that exceeds my income already, and we're only 5 weeks into the year. So that is truly, truly mind-boggling. Let me show you all how this is done. So I showed you all the finished product. Let me show you how it's done. So I've minimized my losses that I take. So I quit doing stupid stuff like this. Well, I still do it, so I didn't totally quit, but I've minimized doing stupid stuff like buying calls on the TQQQ. Some of these was just cleaning the books from last year, basically. So some of these I had to take because I got some stupid positions from last year. But anyway, I just continue to like wheel NVIDIA. TQQQ, I have had some gains on those. I make a lot on just NVDL. In fact, let me try to sort these by symbol. Here we go. This is going to make it easier here. So we can group together. So I got back into Chipotle. I've been wheeling that one. This MSOS one, this was one I opened a year ago. And so basically that cleaned the books on that one. That was a stupid call that I opened thinking that MSOS was going to skyrocket. Because as you all know, that's similar to High Tie. MSTU, I was doing really well on this one. Well, I started selling covered calls on it now. And what I do, I tend to just buy back when I'm at a decent gain, like over 50% or something. I just buy it back and close it because you never know how it's going to move. I've taken one loss on MSTU and I've gotten assigned also. So the hidden point on this, I've actually gotten assigned. My cost basis is like $14, but I do believe this one's going to come back as it's already started to. And then there's Misty, took a little bit of loss on that one. Here is NVIDIA. So I wheel NVIDIA quite a bit. In fact, I might actually get called out of it at 140 by the end of the month. So here is premium that I made. Did this at 120. I actually should have just kept this because I would have realized all of this one. I don't know why I Oh, I'm sorry. You know what this was? This was actually me buying a call. So I bought a call here, and made a nice quick gain because I knew NVIDIA would come back really quick. But I probably could have held this longer. But the thing about it is, folks, when you have a gain, you might as well just take it. You don't want to get too greedy. Now this 165 one, this was one I bought like a year ago that expired, and basically that was three of these losses were from last year, basically that clean the books. So as you all can see, a lot of NVIDIA puts and calls here. And what I've been doing too, I've been going back into the same trade immediately. Once I close out for a gain, I basically go back into it. So as we know, full transparency here. I'm showing you all, everything. This one here, this NVDL, this is another one from a year ago. So I would say of that 7,000 in losses that you saw, over half of that is basically dumb trades from last year before I really got efficient with this strategy. Now, NVDL is where the bulk of my gains have come from. In fact, what we're going to do here really quick, we're going to actually add these as we go because I would venture to say this is probably over half of the gain. So we're going to add this one first, 3,326.54. We had some smaller ones, 316.71. What was I doing there? Oh, that one, I just took the gain when it came. This 96.71, this was I don't know why. I think I was afraid it was going to move on me or something. But the big ones, the big juicy ones, like this 45.56 one here, this one, what I've been doing, I've been making this basically every month since November. on this fund. And now this one, I just went ahead and bought it back like a couple days early for the 516. I was like, that's cheap. I've realized 90% of it, basically. The big one came this week, actually. So this one, so I made a what I call a blockbuster trade when Nvidia tanked. I sold 10 of these way, way out of the money because I knew Nvidia would come right back. Um, so I sold at the same strike that it was literally like 4 days ago. And I took in 22,772 in premium. And what I've been doing, I'm buying it back and locking in gain as I go, and I keep going up basically. So instead of just holding that 22 and letting it fluctuate like that, I just went ahead and took. So the first batch was basically um, the 66.96 here. So 66.96.12, and then I did it again when it moved up to the price of the fund is back up to like 63. So we're almost back to 70, which is amazing. I'm going to realize probably 95% of this trade, which is phenomenal. And that's like basically one trade that I've turned into four. So then the second one, this 2786, realized that one as well. And then just today, I saw an opportunity to roll it up again for even more. So took another 1735.40. Um, So here's the thing, of NVDL, I've already made almost 20,000 in premium off just NVDL this year. Divided by the, what do we say, 47,500, that is 41% of the gains, folks, in that one alone. Now, the other one I've been doing is SMCI. SMCI has been juicy as well. Not juicy as in juicy sommelier, but juicy premiums. Okay, if you know, you know, right? So this one, we had a small win of 183, then we had a 531, then we had a 270.64, then we had a 63.06.53, then we had a 45.48.25, and SMCX. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up SMCI. I'll factor that 270 out. That one I did a quick put on SMCI. Let me subtract that again. That was 270.64 for SMCI. The rest is SMCX. Okay, so that is basically, let me add these up again really quick here. So SMCX is 63.06. This was a blockbuster win here. I went ahead, it was 8,000, but I bought it back for 1776 because that's also the year that the United States became a country. So that was some sentimental value. But as you see, I locked in 80% of that one. 45.48, 25, 2849, and then 2517.07. So that is 16,221 of the so two ETFs. Basically, I'm wheeling two levered ETFs. That, folks, is like 90% of the gains. Or I'm sorry, 76% of the gains. I was a little off there. But that's three quarters. Three quarters of the gains are on two levered ETFs. Now, some of the mistakes I did here that came this year, I was banking on the NASDAQ going up, so I kept buying TQQQ. Sometimes this works, as you see here, but I've determined this is an unreliable strategy because sometimes, like here, I made 717, but I lost almost 2,000 here. So I keep going back to this. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. These two here basically offset, and then I did this again. And then the same day that NVIDIA dropped, Taiwan Semiconductor dropped, and I was looking at it because I was watching Fox Business. I'm like, there's no way that's going to stay at that price. So basically, I sold puts and made a very quick gain and realized 90% of it very quickly. So, folks, that is actually the bulk of the income this year, although we're a dividend channel. And wow, no comments. So you all just must be mesmerized with this. Um, so let me make sure here because I think I'm just showing that's just one account. I'm doing this in two, actually. I'm doing this in the Roth as well. So let me show the ones from the Roth too. Now this is the Roth here. We have very similar Chipotle, MSTU. So you've done MSTU a lot. NVIDIA. This was a call I did on NVIDIA because I figured, you know what better way to make a quick gain on NVIDIA than do some calls, right? Because that really accelerates the gains. So I do the same trades here, but not as much because the account's not as big. But this is really, I will tell you folks, this has really accelerated the gains for the year. So that's where we are. We're almost as much at option premium as we are in dividend income so far. So, folks, that is pretty much our dividend portfolio review for today. Let's see. I guess we don't have any comments, so I guess we'll just go ahead and end it there. Glad that I'm back. Glad I finally got a video out. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe, and join Discord. And we will see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye.